Wholesaling Quickies, the series where I try to get my idea out before your short attention span disappears. Today, we're going to be talking about performing under pressure. This comes from a TU member that posted inside of our group yesterday. Hey, one of the things I really struggle with is embracing being the buyer when I'm talking to a motivated seller when I'm financially struggling. When I'm doing well, hey, it's easy to embrace being the buyer and walking away from deals and embracing no. But if I'm struggling financially, I really struggle with this because I'm desperate for a deal. I need to get something under contract. I need to feed my family. And I responded, listen, I understand where you're coming from, but some of my biggest assignment fees have come in my darkest hours. You have to find a way to lean into the motivation for the circumstances that you are currently experiencing inside of your life financially. The facts are that if I need a deal, I don't need a signed contract that's a hope and maybe that it's going to make it to the closing table. I need a guarantee. I need a fucking banger. That's what I need. And so you have to lean into that. And the thing about it is, the reason why I've gotten some of the largest assignment fees during the times that we desperately needed is because I was aggressive in asking for the most important thing from that motivated seller, which was I need a deeply discounted property. And I feel like most wholesalers that are struggling right now are afraid to ask for that. This is why the two most important things when you're talking to a seller is getting the price and then understanding their motivation and truly understanding it. And when you have identified that I am speaking to a seller who is desperate that needs to sell this property for a discount and they're willing to sell it for a discount, then ask for that deep discount. It's a win-win for both. You need it, right? The pressure's on you. Financially, you're struggling. What do you need? You need money. You need a deeply discounted property that you know for a fact can make it to the closing table because dispositions will be easy. In buyers will be eating that thing up and battling for it. And you need a seller that is in that position. So I understand where it comes from. Hey, it's hard to embrace being the buyer because I need a deal right now. Each and every entrepreneur, if you've been doing this for any period of time, you know what it feels like to be struggling and have those dark times. But do not be afraid. Lean into your circumstances and do what you need to do to get out of it. Ask for that deep discount. Don't sit there and just lock something up because all you're doing at that point in time is giving yourself a little dopamine hit right then and there by getting a signed contract, but then making your circumstances even worse when that deal doesn't make it to the closing table. Signed contracts do not cash checks. Signed contracts at a great price that then creates a feeding frenzy by your end buyers that make it to the closing table. That's what gets wires into your bank account. So don't look at your circumstances and say, that's what's holding me back. Lean into it and make that the reason why you are not afraid to ask for even bigger of a discount from those sellers. The fear of rejection is exactly that. It's false evidence appearing real. Go into them and do not be afraid of being told no. That is how you embrace being the buyer, and that is how you perform under pressure. For those of you that are currently struggling, let me know, what is it that is causing the struggles and why are you afraid to ask for those deep discounts? Show me some love. Like today's video. We'll see you guys tomorrow on another Wholesaling Quickie.